So, welcome to this week's vlog. I was gonna take a video of me potting and I tried, but I guess I would really need a potting table for that. And I don't really have one because I just, have a pile of plants and no nice tables because, oops. I don't know if I've showed off my nice pictures in a while. Oh, and Simon just opened a picture. It's kind of a weird hunchback sort of thing. I don't know what Simon's doing. Can you see that? This one's nice though. It's what you want out of a Hamada hybrid. Toothy. It's Ventricosa by Hamada. So he's nice and toothy. I like that the pictures are kind of like light green bordering on yellow. The lowers are a little bit more on the white side, but you can still tell that they have teeth. There's the cuttings. Hopefully you can see that, and I know how to aim this thing. My leftover potting mix that I had mixed up in a deli container from the grocery store. I think there were mushrooms in that because I didn't want to pull out the big bowl. So what I just potted up, I had ordered Vlog30 green, and it's seed grown, which is nice, and then Vlog30, which I think is also seed grown. And it's kind of close to Boschiana. Maybe we should show you the plants. It's kind of close to Boschiana, right? I was kind of comparing the two online, thinking to myself, what have I done? Why have I... So, because... And I think they're dead right now. Hopefully they respawn, but I've kind of given up hope on the nice variegated Alata because it's been dead for over a year. R.I.P. The Macrophylla dubia, one of my Hamadas, and Hemigwitenensis, all kind of the bugs and the move and everything, So I decided, well, I'll replace them, even though I probably shouldn't replace them because I have too many plants already, exhibit A through Z. I decided to buy myself some neps. Oops. And I bought way too many. Oops. So Vlog30 and Vlog30, because the Hammy's given up the ghost, I found somebody had Ventricosa by Cebuensis by Hemigwitenensis, and I was like, oh god, it even looks pretty. It's like the Hemigwitenensis version of Leilani's Hamakua Ninole. Same exact spot pattern and everything, but just the Hemigwitenensis shape instead of the Campanulata shape, so I absolutely had to have it. I wish I could still get a cutting one of these days of that Hamakua, but I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. I don't know how to pronounce it, but like I wish I had aggressively asked when I was visiting Sam's shop in Hawaii back in the day if he had any cuttings available. I'm glad for the plants that I did get. All of them have died except for the Nepthes that's at the back there. R.I.P. his plants, that volcano, But, so, oops, my hand. The Alata, the variegated Alata, he had it, so I think his nursery is the originating nursery for it. Like, he either sprouted it or got his hands on it or something. So he had it growing in his lowland area, which is where I was walking around when I did go get a tour of his shop. So considering I don't have like a nice solid 80 degrees day and night at all times, no surprise it gave up the ghost. I feel bad. At least the variegated Cebuensis that I got at the top of this rack, I don't know if you can see it. At least that's still alive. It's not really doing much. Hopefully it starts doing more. So I tried to record this a hot minute ago, and I kind of went off on a rant about what I think about various Nepenthes and hybrids and stuff. And in summary, I don't know why the price of things has skyrocketed. On the one hand, for a lot of the hybrids and some of the species, but for some of them, it's bottomed out, which is really great. Like I ordered a jambon too. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong too. And I think it was only like 30 or 40 bucks. I lost mine a year or two ago. I think it was just too cold in San Diego. I'm going to try it again. Oh, and I found a red spatulata. So I bought that. Because there's the usual green clone, and I wanted... Because I have all sorts of like nice red and spotty pictures around, right? Maybe I should show you the Song of Melancholy. I don't know if you can see that. This is the back of it. So I have all sorts of nice red pictures, but like enormous, I like some nice green glowing pictures. And that pop was some of the lights turning off. They're on timer, so the rest of them ought to turn off in probably the next 5 to 15 minutes. So I don't like the kind of brownish peristome on the usual spatulata clones. So when I found a red one, I decided, yep, I'm going to try this out. So I got the Phasaliana and the Rhinoir Tiana because I wanted something that's kind of long and narrow, because I usually have kind of tubby pictures or the infundibulars, right? So I kind of wanted some of the longer ones because my Mikey eye isn't really picturing right now, so I was kind of sad. And I should have gotten a Rum Spina, or however you pronounce it, back in the day that they were still actually on the market, because those are kind of long and slender. But fine, this is good too. Also in the search of getting some more just bright green pictures to balance out all of the red things that I have. There's some sort of Berkey cross. It might be Berkey by Phasaliana, but it might be something else. It makes kind of... It's like a green Veitchii, but it's glabrous instead of fuzzy, because somehow the fuzzy ones are mostly off-putting. Yeah, I bought way too many plants. I got so I had a Filiformis and it had died. I got it from somebody wonderful at an LACPS meet last year, and it died on me. It didn't survive the winter, so I just bought another one, and it's supposedly from somewhere up in New Jersey, so it ought to be able to take the cold here. I don't know if it's the cold that did it in, because it was overwintering in the cellar and it wasn't outside, so I don't know what went wrong. But if it's a clone that's grown in LA, you know, maybe it's used to a little bit warmer. So I also ended up getting that. I got an Adelaide to put in the terrarium that's downstairs with the heliumphora and stuff. I figure I might as well get the whole entire Queensland trio. No, I don't have Schizandra, but I have Andromeda, because Schizandra itself is just... It's too much of a slimy lettuce. I already have butterworts. I don't need more slimy lettuce. So I got an Adelaide because I also have a Prolifera. What else? I can't even remember. I ordered too much. At least I haven't bought anything for at least a year, so that's good. I started laying out the landscape fabric in the back. Oh, I should show you that. I don't know if I showed you the drawing of how I plotted stuff out. So the darker stuff in the corner there. So I manage most of this, and then the long one through the center. I don't know if I'll do all of it, because I'm still wondering if I should like sort of attempt to put up a greenhouse out there, even though I don't have the septic system out yet. Like just temporarily, and then try to figure out some sort of like propane heating and cooling system or something. So you can see it there. It's not all staked down because I ran out of landscape staples, so I had to buy some more. Hopefully, so I used up one box of 120. I bought 2 more boxes. Hopefully it's enough to finish covering everything. I think it'll be good next year. Those cosmos are nice. I have 2 eggplants in the garden still. Everything hasn't frozen over. It made it through this weekend, which is really great. I finally had a marigold open up and start blooming. Ooh, that rhubarb looks bad. Well, maybe I'll go through and harvest the leaves. Hopefully I didn't fog that view up for you too much. Here's the Nephthys. I don't know if I told you about it before. So that might be it for this week. Otherwise, I thought about maybe So either putting together some sort of like plexiglass, huge, like human size terrarium that's the size of this wall of plants and setting it up downstairs somewhere with lights mounted to the top of it. Or I thought to myself, you know, Home Depot has those big, it's like clothing racks, but for plants where they hang their pothos, right? So I thought to myself, maybe I could do that out of brass or PVC tubing and just set myself up a hanging thing that has kind of like a, and like steeple sort of situation on it or whatever it's called, and then at the top hang some lights, and then make the corners kind of far away and put all of my plants in some sort of hanging contraption on the side ones and see if I couldn't set that up. But then this doesn't hang, like this isn't a hanging situation, this is a scrambling upwards situation. So I'd have to severely cut these back and either let them sort of try to hang and see if they snap off, or cut them back all the way back down to the pot and see if they'll regrow and then hang that way. I wanted to show you, these are Spatulata by Hamada pitchers. They're just green and not toothy. Can you see that? I'm bad at aiming this. Green and not toothy. Even the lowers are not particularly toothy. Like, that could just be a single Lana, and that's it. Ooh, I have some pruning to do. So, we'll see how that... Oh, I ordered, oops. I ordered a Spatulata by Edwardiana, because the opportunity presented itself, and I thought to myself, well, I'll compare it to this Spatulata by Hamada and see how it compares. Oops, I got a plant problem. Yeah, at least by cleaning out those kind of dead ones, you can get a better look at what I do have growing. Well, I think that's it for this week. Okay, till next time.